Hey guys, it's Cole and Kelly Watkins with the Bridge Group eXp Realty. We have a guest, Allison Celeste with Movement Mortgage, and today we're talking about how to qualify for a loan as a business owner.
All right, hey guys, welcome back. It is Cole and Kelly and Allison here with Movement Mortgage, and today we're talking about something that we have wrestled with several times, and you know, like personally, we have. I mean, even recently with our refinance, a very tangly web can be. I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. We're excited, right? This story, we see it all the time. I'm excited. I just moved out of that. Oh my God. Like, I don't know where my next check is going to come from, to like, hey, my business is doing well. Yeah. I'm proud of myself. I got money coming in. I got clients. I got, repeat and referral business, whatever. We're feeling good about the business that we have created. And we say, okay, I think we can afford a house comfortably now.
Yes.
And we say, all right, we pick up the phone, we call Allison, we say, we're ready to buy a house. And then what happens?
And I say, well, send me over your tax returns because I want to look at what your line 31 taxable income is as a business owner.
That's all that matters at the end of the day.
That is usually the make or break for a business owner is on your Schedule C. You have that line 31 that states your income after write-offs and deductions. And what ends up happening is, Cole's speaking towards this, is you have a really great month, a really great year, and you're like, oh yes, I'm loving my life right now. And then you go to pay taxes and you're like, well, this actually sucks. And you start looking at ways to mitigate that tax bill. And so you start writing stuff off, and you do naturally have costs typically as a business owner. And every line item that you write off as a business owner gets deducted from your income, your gross income. And so your taxable income is almost like your net income after deductions. And so in some cases we can see people write so much off that they put themselves at a loss.
Yeah, it's the catch 22 of being your own business owner, your own boss is you can make a lot of money, you can write off a lot of things, and it's not about how much money you make, but a lot of times how much money you keep.
Correct.
And when you do that, now I cannot afford a house because I show that I don't make really that much money.
You saved a lot of money on taxes.
It was great. But when you're preparing for a home purchase, I mean, that's what we're going to look at. And typically we're going to need 2 years worth of history. So for perspective purposes, if you have 1 year loss, we're going to take that loss and we're going to use your next year's income that you file, and we're going to try and reconcile that over a 24-month period to calculate your monthly income. And so if you have a loss of $10,000, but you make $70,000 that next year, we're only going to be able to use 60 of it, and we're going to take that 60 and divide it over a 24-month period, and that's your monthly income. And then obviously that plays a role in what your debt to income ratio is going to look like.
So it looks like if you're planning to buy a home within the next 2 years, if you're a business owner, getting with your lender ahead of time is probably going to be the best bet. And that's what we've done in the past, is say, hey, we're about to file our taxes. What if I want to qualify for this type of home at this price point? What do these need to look like? Because that's very important before they're filed.
Yes.
Yeah, your lender and your CPA need to be involved.
We need to have a come to Jesus for real. The lender and your CPA, because your CPA has a specific job. Their job is to file your taxes, to not get you fined, and to ideally save you money on your taxes. My job is to get you approved for a mortgage, and those two responsibilities don't necessarily line up. So at least 5 times in the past, I'd say month, I've been on the phone with a client and their CPA and myself, figuring out what your taxable income needs to be in order to buy a $300,000 house. And so once we adjust the numbers and that CPA has an understanding of what that client needs in order to get approval through us, then we can execute, file, and it's a lot more streamlined from that point.
Yeah.
So what about someone who's new into a certain business or changing industries? Do they still have to have 2 years of tax returns in order to qualify?
Correct. So anytime you experience a income structure change. In other words, you go from W-2, which is a salaried or hourly position, to a 1099 self-employed contractor, business owner, entrepreneurial position, you are going to need to wait 2 years. And the reason why that's the case is because any investor is going to want to make sure that you have stability in your business. And how long does it typically take a business to establish roots and to see profitability? Usually it takes a couple years. So we want to see that cycle happen so that we can ensure that you are in a viable business. And there's a lot less guarantee when you are a 1099 business owner or contractor versus somebody that's paid salary or hourly.
So are there any other types of products that don't require tax returns?
So there are definitely more unique and niche products that exist out there. If you look at something like a bank statement loan that basically totals up the total amount of money that's being deposited into your account from a business that you own, and they can average that out over a 2-year period as well. And your tax returns are usually submitted or requested as part of as a supplemental document, but not necessarily something that we are going to require. The caveat with that is higher interest rate because it's a niche product and more money down. At least 25% is the average for that. Not impossible. It makes a sense for a ton of business owners, and we've done them. I'd say twice in my 11-year career I've done bank statement loans. So it does make sense for very specific business owners.
And especially if that's the house for you. So if you say, oh my God, this is my dream house. I don't care what I need to do. I have the money to do it. I have the 25% down.
Correct.
I want to do that. Now, how long before they can refinance into a conventional, a lower rate?
Within 6 months of closing on that purchase, they can refinance. So to Cole's point, a lot of times people will buy the home because they really, really want it, and we're happy to facilitate that process, knowing that there is an opportunity in the future to put them in a more favorable position for the entirety of their loan.
Well, this has been super helpful. We have a lot of business owners as clients. We have a lot of business owners that are friends that are starting to think about that process.
We have learned the hard way.
They are also business owners themselves.
So get started as soon as possible. If like we said, if in the next 2 years, if that's your goal, go ahead and get started on that process now, structuring with your CPA and the lender to make sure that you're set up. So that way, whenever that time comes, you're ready to go and there's no hiccups on that side. So,
Absolutely.
So thanks again, Allison, for joining us today. We're always excited to have you share your wisdom and your knowledge with our buyers and sellers that are out there looking for real estate needs. As always, if you have any questions on the lending side or want to reach out and get pre-qualified, reach out to Allison with Movement Mortgage. Her information is here below in this video. She'll be happy to help you. And as always, we're always here for all of your real estate needs in the Houston area. Thanks for joining us. You guys have a great week.